This is how you edit a Bluebook citation of an internet source. You can tell that this is an internet source because there is a URL address. Specifically, this is an online article from the New York Times website. The New York Times is a newspaper, so it is also a periodical source. If citing a printed version of a newspaper article of the New York Times, Rule 16.6 would apply. But Rule 16.6F states that online newspapers should be cited based on Rule 18.2.2. One difference is that because online newspapers usually do not have page numbers, you do not need to include a pin site in the citation of the internet source, which would need to be included in the citation of the print version if it is paginated. Rule 18.2.2a states that the author name should be in ordinary Roman type, so this formatting is correct. Rule 18.2.2c states that the date and time should be included in a parenthetical after the main page title. Thus, this date should be ordered after the New York Times main page title, and parentheses should be added. Note that if the internet site included a specific time of day, then that time should be included after the date, but this article did not have a specific time. The month of May also does not have an abbreviation under Table 12, so this is correct. Rule 18.2.2bi states that the website's main page title should be cited using large and small caps, so the New York Times here is correctly formatted. This rule also states that main page titles should be abbreviated based on tables T6, T10, and T13. Table 10.1 states that New York should be abbreviated N.Y. So this abbreviation is correct. Table 13 states that the word the should be omitted from the front of the title, so this the should be removed. Note that if you are citing the print version of this newspaper article, the institutional author abbreviation would be the same because Rule 16.5 states that names of periodicals should also be abbreviated based on tables T6, T10, and T13. Rule 18.2.2b2 states that titles to subheadings should appear in italics, so the title of the article, which would be considered the subheading here, is correctly formatted. A comma is properly included after the title, but this comma should not be italicized. This typo sometimes occurs because the comma is inadvertently selected when an author is italicizing the title. It is also difficult to notice the difference between an italicized comma and an unitalicized comma. The commas inside the title itself should be italicized, but none of the other commas in this citation should be italicized. This rule also states that the title should be capitalized based on Rule 8. Rule 8a states that in titles, articles, conjunctions, and prepositions should not be capitalized when they are 4 or fewer letters, unless they begin the title or immediately follow a colon. Here, with is a preposition that is 4 letters, and neither exception applies, so this word should not be capitalized. Note that in the actual article, the word with is capitalized, but Rule 8a overrides the capitalization of the source material. Rule 18.2.1d states that archiving of internet sources is encouraged. The archive URL should be appended to the full citation in brackets. The UC Davis Law Review and other law reviews use the PermaCC archival tool. If you input a URL into this tool, it will create a permalink to preserve the website. This permalink effectively serves as a backup copy to the web page in case the original web page gets taken down. It's unlikely that the New York Times website will disappear anytime soon, but for consistency, the UC Davis Law Review's standard practice is to include a permalink for all URLs. We have now finished editing this citation of an internet source, specifically an online newspaper article.